Zach, what's up, buddy?
How you doing tonight, Dean?
Doing pretty good.
Got to see you today for 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's what our meet and greets have become. Just like, hey, here you go. All right, see you later.
Yeah, and I got to see Seth as well.
You
It's
lucky
nice.
guy.
I know. I couldn't be luckier, and I feel bad. I feel like there's something that I might have for him, and I should have just given it to him.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
So I can't just say
Secret.
it just yet.
Wow.
I want to surprise him. If he listens to the show, I want to surprise him. Let's wait for a few people to filter in. I know we do these things unplanned, but I think we have some big things we want to talk about.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Um,
start doing these unboxings.
oh yes, please,
I
please
have
go ahead.
5 of them, right? Yeah. I
Jesus
mean, I
Christ.
know who they are. I just don't know what order I'm getting them. So we'll
Wait, what
do
do you
them
mean?
all.
They're blind boxes?
Yeah. So they came in a big box.
Tell the audio people what describe what's going on here.
It's Final Fantasy VII Remake trading arts figures. They're like minis, and I guess you buy them in a store for I don't know $10, and then
Yeah.
you could like trade them to your friends. Like, oh, I have Cloud, but I really want Tifa. Oh, well, here you go.
Mhm.
Um, I just ordered a whole set because I want them all anyway. I ordered them from Ami Ami. I got here in like 2 days via DHL. But yeah, it's just a little blind box, and then you open it and see who you got. So I'm gonna do the first one right now.
All right.
Let's see who the first one is. The last blind box I did, I got Cloud for the Dissidia.
I
I think
remember
it's
that.
Dissidia.
I think that you just bought one too.
Yeah, I just bought one. Oh, okay. I got several first.
So, damn, I had something I was going to ask you,
Come
and
in
I
a
just totally lost my
big
train of
old
thought.
bag.
Oh, Dean. So, I think people are really starting to like Ox After Dark, and I'm getting this message from a few people like, "Hey, let me know when you go live so I can be sure to be there." And I'm like, the magic of Ox After Dark is that it kind of just happens. Like, if it
Yeah,
was planned, then it like because like yesterday, if we would have had a planned Ox After Dark, we didn't really have anything cool to talk about. But today we have a lot of cool shit to talk about.
right. Okay, so it's a little bigger than I thought.
That's what she said. Mario Cortez says, "What is up, fellas?"
He's about what, 4 inches? That's just his body. He's a little taller, and it comes with a stand. That's cool.
Not bad, not bad.
Thinking if I should just use my X-Acto knife. You said Mario's here?
He's in the chat.
What a good guy.
Mario, you're welcome to join us if you have time. We're just gonna dick around for like an hour tonight.
Dicking around for an hour with our friends. I realized the mic was behind me all the time.
Danny Lee says, "Yo, what's up, guys?"
Danny Lee, my Robotech friend. What a guy.
What a guy. What a fucking guy. We need a t-shirt that says "What a guy," and also a t-shirt that's wild. Actually, we have very important news tonight, so I'm hoping more
That's wild.
patrons. I say that's wild all the time. That's when I say that's wild. Fun fact: when I say that's wild, there's like a 900% chance that I'm calculating why the fuck the slides aren't in the right order in the background,
Yeah.
or that's
It's just
my
your
like
brain trying to pause.
yeah, that's my shit. I need to figure out what the fuck is going on with the show. Either my show sheet's out of order, the slides are out of order, something is forgotten, or someone wrote a comment that I don't understand and I need to try to understand it. Dean, we have very important news that we need to figure out tonight. So
Yeah, so like when's the last episode gonna be? Because you and I hate each other now, so
oh boy, it got testy yesterday. My god.
not between me and you.
No, not between me and you, man. It was an
In
all-out
fact, it got
war.
so testy, I had to pull out of the chat and talk to you one on one because I was like, I don't want to piss anyone off.
Yeah, let's just say collectively I think we have to do a state of the union privately to figure out what's kind of figure out our plans for the for the future. Not like we're breaking up or anything, but it was just an intense conversation, about how we're going to use some of our funds from Patreon and from other sources for the betterment of the show. So Dean, if everyone wants to look at the top right, the After Dark logo, right? So we need to pick a sticker for June, basically, for the June patrons. So I'm thinking I'm going to show some options. If you guys see anything you like, let me know. So the first one is the Collecting Weekly Live logo. It's our new logo. We've been using it for quite a while, actually.
I just finished putting together several. Sorry.
Nice.
Showing the
So
camera.
Collecting Weekly Live, we have the Joy of Hobbing logo. That one is Manny designed. It is very well done. We have Live and Let Dice.
Everything Manny does is really well done.
Yeah, we have the 100 CW. This one might take a bit to find because it's on my old phone that died, so I need to see if I can recover it. But that is a really good logo there.
I love that logo.
After Dark, the classic After Dark logo. You love it. It's right there. And then we could even branch into something like
Hey.
Creeps or Us, perhaps, for a sticker. That might be a cool one for Patreon.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so if there's any comments here about what sticker you might want to see, let me know so I can start some voting on the Patreon. So Manny, Mario says Manny is a beast. That's true. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. All right, so people seem to think the After Dark sticker is the winner. So if that's what you guys want, then I can start looking into getting them ordered, and we can see what options they have for stickers.
The second figure I got was Cloud. Uh-oh.
So are you guaranteed, Dean? I know they're like blind boxes, but are you guaranteed to get like a full set, or you might have duplicates, so you might be missing some?
I want to say it's guaranteed full set.
Yeah. While you're opening that, so there's this really interesting comment on Tashi that says $23 shipping Sideshow for director Krennic from California to Colorado, yada, yada, yada. A lot of people in the chat saying like, oh, well, shipping is expensive. Have you tried to ship a 6-scale figure blank, blank, blank? But you have to realize Sideshow is shipping a tremendous amount of figures every day. They, if they're getting charged tax in Texas, like if they're having to charge tax, I think that means that they're making over a certain threshold that's quite high. I think, if I remember correctly, it was either 500 or 800,000 of inventory they're shipping into Texas that they have to get charged tax, which is quite a bit. But also, I mean, for Collecting Weekly, we don't ship that much, and I get a UPS discount. And it's not a huge discount, but for people to say like, "Oh, I shipped a figure and it was $25," you're not a corporation shipping thousands of packages every month. Danny Lee says a sticker with both Zachary and Dean, and the silhouette is a must also. Yeah, I'm actually working on that. I actually had to redo the graphic today. It wasn't as high res as I liked. So it is in the process. And it actually, I don't know if you guys listen to us on Apple Podcasts, but I put the podcast feed to refresh overnight, like at 2 or 3 in the morning, and let me check. It should load the new artwork for the silhouette logo. So let's see if it updated. It did update. So look at that. So on Apple Podcast.
Nice.
Look at that.
Hell yeah.
So if you guys want to see that as a sticker too, we can make some square stickers of that. Just let me know in the comments if you guys have any ideas of what you'd like to see, because I want to make you happy. Like that, you guys are paying money if you're watching this after the live show. You guys are paying the money to basically get these stickers. So we want to make sure that they're stickers that you actually want to collect, you want to display. Dean, while you're doing that, I'm gonna get away from the camera real quick. I'm gonna grab one of the new stickers that we're sending out this week. Okay.
All right. So I just finished doing Cloud. I put him on his base. He came with like this weird pug. I guess it's to like weigh down the package so you know, or maybe throw you off like the weight. Like, oh, it's too heavy. It can't be Cloud. But anyway.
All right, I'm back. So on Patreon, there was a little bit of confusion initially when we announced it. So this is our new this week sticker. So this is the one that Manny, myself, and a bunch of other people have been showing off with their new hauls, and we appreciate that because it gets the word out. This is the new this week sticker, which is holographic.
It's
Dean
like
designed
twice
this.
the size.
Yeah, Dean designed this. Look at that. That is a beaut. And
Dude,
comparing them
honestly, I have it
together,
right here.
that's the difference.
It's such a beautiful sticker, dude.
Dude, you killed
I
it with the
remember
design.
you. It's like skewed, so this is supposed to be flat, and then everything else is like
Yeah.
skewed.
Yeah, Dean, we banged that out in like 20 minutes, this design, and it was great.
Yeah, you were like, I need something fast. I was like, oh, fuck it, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I just always love like I don't know if a lot of people know this about me, but I DJ. Not professionally anymore, but I used to do all my own artwork for my album covers and stuff. And I always lean heavy into like an 80s vibe. Um, it's just like my favorite kind of vibe. So I was like, oh no, duh. Like it's my segment. I'm definitely going hardcore fucking retro. I wanted to do damn it, the design has a really specific name. It's like what you see on like the side of like cups in like the 90s and the 80s.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it, but I was like, no, that's gonna be too plain, so I went with that. And zigzags and circles.
Mario says your free content makes us happy. What a guy. Need to slap that on a detox for the newest pickups. Yeah, dude, this is great. So we're gonna send since we have a pretty good amount of these stickers this week because Seth bought them. We have enough to send everyone 2 stickers this month. And what's up, Matt? Matt Mangum's here. What a guy. What a guy.
Mangum.
Now, depending on how many patrons we pick up this month, going forward, we'll see if we can still do the 2. I mean, I guess I could. The more we get, the more funds we have for it. So, yeah. So I think you guys can expect to get 2 of those a month. But also, Dean, the joy of hobbying. Look at this product right here. This is fucking crispy, dude.
Dude, this thing is so fucking classy, and I'm not even just saying that. Like
Joint
the feel
tightener.
of it is elegance.
I paid 3 times more, Dean. You could get blue bottles like this for a certain price. Let's just say X dollars. You can get amber bottles for like 50 cents more. The black frosted glass is like 3.5 times more expensive than the clear, the blue, or the amber.
Really?
And we did that because it just looks so fucking good, and it's our colors. Like, you know, this is 100% unmistakable.
Honestly, it's beautiful. I have one sitting right here on my desk.
Yeah, let me grab the instruction card that goes with it.
My next figure is like the first love of my life. It's Aerith. Well, I call her Aerith because that was the original translation, but that's Aerith.
Danny Lee says, "Is it real glass?" Yeah, it's real glass. Actually, in fact, when you
show cloud
here, when you do it like this, the little dripper thing is glass too. It's like real fancy. Look at that, liquid gold, my friends. And then this is we got some little business cards made to show you guys how to use it.
Does Matt want to come on if he wants to hang out?
Yeah, Matt, if you're not doing anything, you're always welcome to join us on the Joy of Hobbying.
We had so much fun last time he came on the show.
Yeah, I know. That was a great. I think that's where I was like, that's going to be the official episode 1.
4-hour episode.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Hey, you want to dig around for like 30, 40 minutes? Like, all right. And then it turned into like a whole show.
But we had some real talk, though.
I mean, real talk? Yeah, we had some real talk.
It was a good time.
Real guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just so proud of how those things turned out. And Seth dropped off the stickers today. I mean, it just really came together because Amazon kept pushing the order back for these black vials. And it was just getting so frustrating. I was like really getting embarrassed. I was like, I wanted to ship these out first week of May. And I don't know. I know on Patreon it says like half of the people haven't been charged yet, so we'll start with the first batch of everyone who's been charged. And I think there's some people that they just subscribed, they won't get charged until like the first of the month or something. Then we'll mail out those batches. But oh, look at that. Matt says, "Let me get my girls to sleep and I can hop on." What a guy. What a guy. Matt Mangum making dreams come true on Ox After Dark. What are you putting together, Dean?
This is I was saying when you stepped away from the mic for a second, I was like, this is like the first real love of my life growing up. Kevin, what the God, he's being such a bad dog, but Eris is a sweetheart. She's an angel, and that's all I'm gonna say if you don't know anything about Eris.
Yeah.
Or it's Aerith, but in the original translation for the game, they called her Eris. So I've grown up,
Yeah.
calling her Eris for years, so it's kind of hard for me to change over.
Mario says Matt is made for After Dark. What a guy.
That's what the ladies say. Get it?
Wow. But yeah, Dean, I'm excited to get this product into people's hands. I put up a Joy of Hobbying video. I posted it to Ox as like a private video, showing everyone how to use the product. And I think the video went really good. Like the figures all seem to improve pretty dramatically from the start to finish. Did you get a chance to check that out?
I actually have not. I got home. I mean, I left your place at what, like 10? It takes it was like 10 something.
Yeah, something like that. Let's watch it live. That'd be
And then
fun.
it takes like 30 minutes to get home.
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm not doubting your timeline.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, okay. So let's play this video live.
Even if you were mad at me, I wouldn't care. I'm just saying, like,
fuck
I didn't
you.
have time.
Okay. All right, fucking guy. Let's do this. Let's go to share camera, Chrome tab. Let's watch my video.
Dude,
live.
these guys are tricky.
Let's watch this video, Dean. Check this out. We can watch it together, okay? We can comment on it. Actually, I need to do this.
Look, so these are blind boxes, right?
Uh-huh.
And they don't want you to get tipped off of like what figure you're getting, so they
Uh-huh.
put in fake weights.
Oh, that's genius, dude.
Right?
That's really smart.
Hey guys, my name is Zach. Welcome to the
Oh shit! Can you hear that, Dean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You ready to watch this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey guys, my name is Zach. Welcome to the Joy of Hobbying. I'm proud to introduce our first ever Joy of Hobbying product. This is a Patreon exclusive for our $5 and $15 tiers.
Sorry, I want to turn up that quality.
For their first pledge, and it is a joint tightener compound. Now, it comes in a glass bottle with a glass dropper, and you get, I think it's like 1 ounce of it, which is plenty. You can see here I have some figures that need some work. A Hasbro White Power Ranger, which has a really bad head.
That thing is awful.
This body here on this female figure just never really impressed me, and I think it just was miscast.
So you're gonna get demonetized from it.
And then we also have,
dude, don't even say that, dude. We got kicked off YouTube earlier.
Jedha Patrol Stormtrooper, which has never really
can we talk about that?
stood
Yeah,
particularly
okay.
well. It always just seems to fall pretty much like once or twice a day. Okay, now to start on the Jedha Patrol Trooper, we're going to take some snips, and this will allow us to get a pretty firm grip on this ankle joint here. We're gonna.
So this was I actually picked it up for the Baby Yoda to wire it, but this little pair of pliers has this little indent. I don't know what it's for, but it's actually the exact size of the Hot Toys ankle pegs that I have.
Oh,
And so
nice.
it makes it really nice to like take them out and put them into things. It's like super helpful. Sorry.
We're gonna end up coating both parts of this joint, and we're gonna take a little bit and we're going to apply it to the ball joint itself, and we're gonna get some pretty decent coverage there. And we're also going to put some excess into the actual crevice of the joint of the foot. And what this material is basically like a gloss medium, and so this will dry and add a little bit of acrylic into the joint, which will increase the volume. And you can see I'm popping that joint in there, nice and firm. And one thing to take note is this is actually not a glue. So this won't actually fix like actual broken parts. This is only for joints that are intact that just need a little bit of extra material to make them a little bit tighter. Now I'm taking a clean Q-tip and I'm going to put that and kind of coat the top of this ball joint. If you had a paintbrush, it would probably work better, but this is a product where if you have, don't have a paintbrush or don't have that much hobbying experience, that you could do with just things you might have at your home. So you can also just use the tip of a dropper if you're confident. I was a little shaky here because of the angle that we were filming at, but we're going to coat this top half of the ball joint, and we're going to leave that, the instructions say overnight, but in reality, this can dry about, 2 to 4 hours, depending on your environment. If you're doing this on a clothed figure, I would definitely wait overnight just to be safe. So we're going to generously apply some of this gloss medium here. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for the Stormtrooper. Now, moving on to the female body, we're going to take that dropper and we're going to apply a generous amount right into the joint. This is a very watery substance. It's not like a paste. It is very wet, and that helps it flow into those joint crevices. And since this would normally be like in a clothed figure, I wouldn't worry too much about cleaning it up. But if
Danley says, "Is it a wire stripper?" Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like a wire stripper, and like to make loops for wire. Sorry, I spilled a shitload of water all over my desk, or all over the floor rather. Right when I went to turn around, and I spilled water everywhere. So let's continue to play this.
if it is an exposed joint, I'm just showing you how you can clean it up here with a Q-tip. So we're going to apply a pretty generous amount into that joint, and we're going to make sure to work it in off camera. The next one that I want to show you is this white Power Ranger. He just never really was sturdy out of the box in the head, and it really made me dislike the figure. So we're going to apply that straight to that ball joint, and you can see it kind of just will flow into those crevices. Off camera, I did get the back of the neck. This is a ball joint that pretty much runs the front.
Now, one thing to note on the material flowing into a joint, there's a few different products we could use for this, but I wanted to keep it a little bit watery in consistency, because if it was too thick, like if you're trying to put it in a butterfly joint or something that's hard to reach, it wouldn't really work. Like, that's kind of the downfall of like nail polish, is you have to be able to touch the joint. Whereas this, it can flow really nicely into the crevices.
To the back of the neck, and we're going to generously apply this because this joint is so bad, and we'll see here in a few hours how well it can do. And we're going to clean that up with a Q-tip again, a clean Q-tip, which pretty much everyone has lying around their house. So we'll clean that up, and we'll look around our collection and see if we can find anything else that needs a little bit of repair. Now, looking at this Figuarts Goku, I do have him with a power pole that he wasn't designed to hold. And over time, I think the weight of this has just like not been particularly good for this joint. So we're going to apply some compound right on the joint with the figure still in the cabinet. We're going to make sure to clean up our excess afterwards. And we're also going to look at our MP45 Bumblebee. This hip joint has always been loose. I've tightened the screws in the back as tight as they can go, but I think it just needs a little bit of extra oomph to get it to that really crispy stage. So we're going to add some of that in and work it into the joint. And we'll check on that here in a few hours. Now, the medium has dried on this ball joint. This is what it looks like. So you really can't see a difference. But once we pop it in, you can see how nice and firm that makes that joint. I am working, the joint quite a bit to get that movement. You can see the Hasbro White Power Ranger has pretty much no movement in that head after about 2 hours. Again, I would definitely let this dry overnight if this was a cloth figure, but you can see it has done a huge improvement from a joint that, really wasn't functional at all. The female body joint, which wasn't really that bad in the first place, you can see it has tightened that up as well. Again, I think that was more of a factory thing than anything. Goku, you can see, has no problem holding that power pole, and it's nice and squeaky when I do that joint, because I did put a decent amount on there, and it's looking pretty good. Can hold that bad boy up, as long as I'll display it like that. MP45, you can see how tight that joint is now. It's like actually super firm, which is great. Like I mentioned earlier, this is available on our Patreon for our $5 and $15 patrons for their first pledge. And if you run out, we can talk about more in the future. But for now, I think we have 15 of these vials available. And once we run out, we'll try to get some more for next month. But hopefully you like this video. Hopefully you are able to subscribe to us on Patreon, and hopefully you're able to fix some of your figures with this awesome joint fixer compound from the Joy of Hobbing.
Not bad.
Sweet.
Yeah, that Goku really fixed pretty well.
I finished Barrett.
Nice.
And then right before that, I did Tifa. Tifa is in one piece. A lot of these are in like 3 or 4. They're like hands come off of their head.
I wonder, Dean, if we took a digital scale and weighed those, like how with the weight plus the box, like how close they would be. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you couldn't tell them apart?
Yeah, because at some I know like some places like will weigh things like that. So I'm wondering like do all the weights seem to be the same weight, I guess? Or
I mean,
do they
that's
seem like
kind
kind
of
of
what
generic?
I was thinking, because
Or even just to weigh the weights, I think that'd be interesting.
Sephiroth and Barrett are both large,
Yeah.
right? Sephiroth has a big trench coat, so he's a lot of plastic, and Barrett is just a big dude, so he's a lot of plastic. Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith came with fake weights.
Oh, I see.
So there's only 3 of them that came with Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith. So
Mario says, I destroyed a few Marvel Select figures and a KO Shockwave using super glue to try to tighten ankle joints. Yeah, so in the video, I made a point to mention, like, this is not glue. Like, if you mess up with nail polish, like, that's a bitch to get off. If you mess up with this stuff, it's pretty easy to remove it while it's still wet. This is 100% like not glue. So, you know, you have no nothing to worry about if you get a little bit too much on there. So it is a safe product. Like, I mean, obviously you don't want to like ingest it, but you know, it's supposed to be like kid, child, adult safe. It is material safe. It's colorless. It has a fairly matte finish when it dries. You know, I mean, and it doesn't smell really nasty like some of the fumes from those nail polish, especially the cheap ones, just smell awful. So, you know, it's definitely a good product, and you know, essentially, it's just acrylic medium. Is what are you doing? You're like, I don't even know what you're doing.
well, I'm taking a picture, and I was like, well, I'm gonna be in the picture anyways. So.
Danny Lee says, what if you spill some on the floor? It's perfectly fine. I spilled some on the desk and I just hit it with a sponge and it came right off. Especially like if you forget that you spilled and it dried, it's really easy to remove. So it is a very safe thing to use. And the only thing you might notice, like if you use a little bit too much, as you start articulating the joint, some of it might almost like slosh off as like a little bit of, it almost looks like white dust. And you just got to clean that up with a Q-tip.
Hey,
what's up, Matt?
Whoa,
how's it going?
How's it going, buddy?
I haven't talked to you guys in a while.
I know. I
what
missed
the
you.
hell?
I've missed you, and you have gotten some crispy stuff in your collection since we last talked.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of crazy. Been shifting things around, and
yeah,
it's nuts, man.
Ow.
Do you mind if I ask how much you paid for the Vader?
Yeah, it was I'm trying to think, because that was the one I got. I had to drive up to LA to get.
Yeah,
it was supposed, I think it was brand new, it hadn't been displayed. I think it was like, I can't remember all of them. I swear all of them, everything I bought is about the same price. It's all either around from 1,000 to 1,200 is the price. But I've also sold
you sold quite a bit of stuff.
A lot of stuff, dude. A lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff that's actually really gotten me quite a bit of money, which is great. So not everything's come out of the bank account, which is really nice.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's allowed me to kind of upgrade a little bit.
And those are 5th scale, correct?
Those are 5th. Yeah, these are 5th scale. Yeah.
Okay. I saw someone comment 4th scale, and I was like, I don't.
No, these are 5th scale, and you can tell, like, I've got the Iron Studios Vader and the XM Luke right here. And you could, like, originally, I think I put either Obi-Wan or maybe, no, it was Boba Fett. I put him up there and it just didn't look right. It was like, you know, I think you could, if you were putting different scales into different places, it would be fine. But if you have a whole row of quarter scales, you can tell. You can tell
for sure.
Yeah. So. But they're cool. They're beautiful they're beautiful pieces. It's crazy, man. They're really interesting pieces.
All-time grail right there.
Yeah,
I had
love
a
it.
chance to buy one for like $600 a year ago. It
Yeah.
just was not like possible for me to come up with the money in the time frame that the guy wanted.
That's a good price.
Yeah, it
Jeez.
was a great price. It was local pickup, but
Well,
you
and,
know, I
yeah.
wasn't gonna like ruin like not pay actual real bills
No,
for
for
that.
sure, for
So
sure. And I've told I told Steve and some of the other guys, like it's like the worst time to buy these things.
yeah,
Because
for sure.
and so it's really been frustrating for me to be getting into this now, but like it is what it is. And you know, Star Wars is on the up and everyone's excited, and
Yeah.
you know, it's not the best time, but
I mean,
okay.
plus coronavirus.
Yeah, but
yeah, on
who would have
top of
thought
that.
who would have thought things would have been more expensive? Like you'd have almost thought that people would have been trying to get rid of things.
Right. Like I need to pay my
Desperate.
bills. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
like I'll take whatever, but that's not the case. It's really crazy. Out of all 5, what's your favorite at the moment? That's a good question. I've thought about that a couple times. I really like the XM Luke a lot. Because it's a Jedi and there's just not a lot of Jedi statues to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, the Obi-Wan, so the most, I would say this, the Obi-Wan mythos is the most amazing statue I've laid eyes on so far, at least. It's crazy how detailed all the armor and stuff on his backpack, and like all his cape is so huge. It's nuts, man. It's really cool. But I really I just really like Snowspeeder Luke. I like the look of him, and so I guess I would say that one. All of them are great though. They're really awesome. The Vader mythos is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, man. I like it. How do you like that mic, Zach?
I really like it.
Did you both get new microphones?
Yeah, Dean got
right,
Dean got our 4th mic, and I think if Corona continues, I think Dean, it might be wise for you to pick up your actual mic, like
Yeah.
your good mic. Dean just needed something because he was just having so many issues with his
Yeah,
headset.
sure.
It's
an XLR mic though. That's nice.
Yeah. I actually really like that mic. It's a newer NW700, but it is fucking good. Like
yeah, I used to DJ, so I just happen to have an audio interface, and I was like, you know what, this XLR. So I was like, hey, let me get the XLR mic from you. So
yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah,
and now once you're able to do that, once you're able to figure out how to get the XLR into your computer, you can get anything. Like you really can get, for the most part, any microphone, which is fantastic. You just have to get sometimes you have to get a cloud lifter or something like that in between them. So
yeah, I like it. I mean, you know, one, aesthetically, it's a beautiful mic. Like it's black, like our colors are black. It blends in, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a nice mic.
It sounds great.
I fucking love the way my voice sounds with this mic.
Yeah.
I really like, because my other mic that I use a lot was the Studio Electronics X1A.
Yeah.
And that's a really good mic too. My dad got me one of those, and we bought a second one for when Manny comes or Seth comes. And I mean, I like that mic, but it still picked up a little bit too much in the background. This one picks up almost nothing. Like if I talk over here, like you literally can't even hear that I'm talking. And the other one, it was maybe just a little bit too broad, because when we record in person, we're pretty much shoulder to shoulder.
Was that the Yeti? Was that the one that you were using before, or?
Yeah, so I started with, when we were streaming, I was using the Yeti.
Okay.
Until I got this mic.
Yeah. The Yeti's still a great mic.
It's a fantastic mic.
Yeah, it picks up more stuff.
Yeah, I saw quotas like if a rat farts in the other room, like the Yeti will pick it up, and that's like really true.
It's true.
But the other mic was good, but it's still, I just really want to create like that studio feel.
Yeah.
Because I have a 3-year-old and she screams like all the time in the middle of the recordings. So we have Kevin in the chat. He says, "What's up, guys?" And then Mario asked, "Dean, do you have any of your old mixes?" I think you have them on SoundCloud, right?
Yeah, I still have them on SoundCloud and Mixcloud. I could post them in the group.
Yeah, definitely do it. Danny Lee says, "Dean, you should do a mix one Tuesday." That'd be pretty cool. Matt, how are things going with the new YouTube channel? You guys seem to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an unfair situation for, you know, it's like we're starting out of nothing, right? Like
no,
we posted in
keep, you know.
Yeah, we started obviously in 6 Seal Scavengers, and then it was kind of one of those things where like Brian wants to, I think he wants to keep pretty much all the content on Six Scale Scavengers like really as clean as possible.
Yeah,
And
we touched on that. I think the
Yeah.
last time you were here.
and that's fine. That's totally cool. We just kind of want, it's hard when you have a live situation. Anyway, we went to our own YouTube channel, and then we kind of get people asking for that. And then on top of that, I think Brian and them came to me and were like, yo, like we want to keep this 6 scale related, like just 6 scale pretty much. And we've been bringing a lot of statue talk and like helmet talk and stuff into things. And so it kind of
Which isn't a bad thing, but
No, it's great.
It's just the environment that they want to curate. Like on
Right.
Ox,
Right.
we post a lot of memes and we really have a lot
Sure.
of fun.
Yeah, sure.
There's certain lines that I won't cross. Like it's not a roast group. Like there's groups where all they do is just roast.
Yeah.
I'll
totally.
delete those posts like pretty quick.
Yeah.
But every group is different, and they
Yeah.
want to focus on that. We kind of focus on everything because I mean now
Yeah.
that we have so many different shows. But you started the group is I think it's Rogue 16.
Yeah, it's Rogue 16. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's on
Yeah.
Facebook. So if you collect
Mhm.
statues, helmets, and then are they allowed to post figures in there, or is it just?
Yeah,
statues
we
and
post. Yeah, we post. We do all the Hot Toys statues. It's primarily a Star Wars focused group, and I mean people can post other things in there, but it's like you're not preaching to the choir at that point. You know what I mean? Like it needs to be Star Wars for the most
I
part.
love the rules. Like when you
Yeah.
go to become a member, it's like, do you promise not to be a dick? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yes.
That was Steve's idea. Steve's very much not about. He doesn't want a lot of rules, but he
Yeah.
really wants people to, there's a lot of shitty people out there.
Yeah,
so-
Zach and
Yeah.
I, we started a 1/6, just a BST group for our city,
Yeah, sure.
and we were kind of the same way. Like I had there's too many rules. Like we need to be relaxed and like everybody just have fun. We quickly learned that's not how it works.
Well, especially in a
really need-
BST. Especially
Yeah.
in a BST.
You
Yeah,
really
no.
need some solid group rules.
Yeah, that's
Um,
why I told Steve, I was like, I don't want to sell anything. I don't want anyone to post sales stuff in our group because it starts to get really
Dicey.
it starts to become a problem.
Yeah.
And you might even have someone sell something to someone in your group and they kind of screw them over in a way.
Yeah, and
And then you don't know what to do,
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had
Um,
we've definitely dealt with shit like that. It
Yeah,
sucks.
well, Mila got screwed on a deal, and
Did that happen recently?
it happened
Or-
pretty recently.
That was
man.
the
It
one
Was
that-
that, wait, was that the one where she got it stolen from her, or was it like an empty
No,
box? Or is that-
Unboxed it
yeah, no,
live.
it did get stolen out of the box, but the box was taped, like barely taped, and at some point you gotta, as a seller, you have to take responsibility for things, right?
Yeah.
And so, because it's not her fault, but it's not his fault. But at the same time, you should have put insurance on the package. Like that's what it's for.
yeah.
You insure the package, and it just never it was it was a really big problem, and it ended up being, I think, either people in someone else in our group or another group or something, and it just got really not fun, and so
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
when
it-
I was listing my
careful.
Optimus, I had asked Chris if I could post it in the group, and he's like, "Yeah, it's kind of some stuff that happened lately, and we're trying
yeah,
to distance ourselves." Iron Geek says, "I love both Scavengers and Ox because they are laid back and everyone respects everyone, drama free." Sean Yahtzee says, "What's up, my dudes?" Iron Geek 37 says, "What is the name of the new group?" And Danny Lee says, "It's Rogue 16."
yeah, Rogue 16. Yeah, come Iron Geek, check it out. It's honestly,
I
I'll
like
tell
it.
you. Yeah, I'll tell you this. We are. I think I talked to Chris B today about this.
What a guy!
What a cute little dog. I love it. I love that
Oh,
dog.
Kevin.
Yeah. I talked to Chris about this, and I was like, yo, dude, like we are actually trying to emulate, like Scavengers has done a great job of putting a good community together. And that's awesome. It's just we kind of got into our own thing, and so now we're trying. I still want us to have a group that feels very much like that, because with our own style, because they do a great job. There's a lot of good people over there, man, and that's what I want in our group too.
Sean says, "Did I miss why the group split happened?" Yeah, I think just to summarize, Sean, Matt was saying there was just a lot of statue talk and a lot of helmet talk in
Yeah,
that group, and
yeah. we weren't meaning to. We really weren't meaning to split up in the first place, but
but you're still an admin at the other group, right?
I'm not an admin over there anymore because I felt bad being in it. I told Brian, I was like, dude, like it's really strange. It'd be strange for me to have a vote in things. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't be able to vote for anything. And so I told him, look, it's totally fine. Like I don't need to be an admin. I'm still going to be part of the group. I still check scavengers probably every hour, like I don't have anything going on right now.
Wait, this is the most important question I think of the night.
Okay.
What's that?
Where are you streaming your unboxings?
Rogue One.
I gotta get my fix, man. Okay.
I actually have a new kind of thing I'm doing now where I'm bringing other people on when I unbox things.
And I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun. It allows because
I'm a member of that group,
yeah, you should check it out. I love unboxing things with people chatting, but when you go to watch it afterwards, if you're not part of the talking, it's kind of not watchable. Like it's not like very fun to watch it because you're not interacting. And so with the other people on it helps to kind of have more of a conversation. So it's cool. And then I can actually unbox and not worry about like answering questions all the time.
Yeah.
It's nice. But yeah, no, either way, we started our own thing and it's going well. And it is what it is. The only thing now is, now that I'm got my own group, like with Steve and some other guys, like where we're doing our own thing. Do you feel that pressure of like you want people to post in the group?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you want it to be lively. You want it to be a lively group.
I check the stats all the time, and Facebook is actually really good for data.
Yeah, sure.
You can see trends for 7, 15, and 60 days.
Yeah.
We actually have some additional tools because we like. It sounds kind of cheesy, but we're like power admins. Like we've been to Facebook headquarters, and they like get your account and they like give you some extra tools.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's I mean, just
I don't even know how we got invited to that. Oh, it's because of our 1/6 San Antonio.
Yeah, because of that, and then the podcast. But
that's so cool.
It's
I've been there, by the way.
You can do in Austin.
Nice. Oh, not the Austin one. I've been to
the California one. Oh, obviously, yeah. It's wild. That building is like it's like Skynet. Well, I mean, there's
it's crazy.
Facebook headquarters. Like it's so secure. You can't even use the elevator without. There's no
buttons.
No,
like it was crazy.
I filmed some stuff up there up at that spot, and they it was
got mad at you,
dude. No, it was just we were filming.
For they wouldn't let us film.
No, we were filming for Facebook because that's what I do. That's what I do. So we were filming there, and I think I had my girls there for some reason, and we went to the ice cream shop that was there, like all this stuff. Like it's crazy, man. They have like an arcade there. It's freaking nuts, dude.
Yeah, they had like tech vending machines and shit.
Yeah.
It's
PJ.
Yeah, they fed us.
Paradox Nerd says, Dean, you have been approved to the Rogue 16 Facebook.
Oh yeah, I just did it right now.
PJ, if you want to hop on, feel free. I'll drop you the link if you want.
It's your boy. I can't do it. He does
it
so well.
We're at that point right now. Where we have 9 shows right now.
I know, dude. And you guys are going hard.
Oh my god,
it's awesome, man.
It got testy because now that because we started a Patreon and that was like
yeah, sure.
Dean lost money, I lost money. I'm mailing like 100 letters a month plus buying the shit to put in the letters, equipment for everybody. It's just and I think once you get money involved, it changes it a little bit. There's higher expectations, and
of course,
people that are in our, we just want to make sure that no one's taking advantage of, like, they just want to have accountability. Like, hey, if we're getting this much money, where's it going towards? And we had that discussion yesterday, and that got pretty intense. And
are you concerned having that many shows? Do you ever get concerned that like it's just so much to deal? Like, there's so much you're dealing with at some point that like it's not all gonna work out. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we do a certain amount of stuff, and sometimes I'm thinking like, how long can this go for? How long can this last?
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
important thing right now is we're trying to stagger everything. So
Sure,
we have
sure.
Small Talk and OFAC offset on Thursdays whenever Small Talk comes back.
Yeah.
And then Wookiee and Rarities is like once a month. And
Mm.
then Joy of Hobbying is just like sprinkled in. I know Creeps Man, he was
Yeah.
saying it, he wants to do it somewhat regularly now that the Rona's kind of getting back to normal. But it is hard to manage. But like Rainer really impressed me, and I'm hoping he can join us later tonight. But you know, when people start a show on our thing, like it's kind of like, hey, like this is what this is what you should expect from me, and this is what I expect from you, and it's
Of
like,
course, yeah.
you know, like I don't have time to edit other people's shows that are on the network, and that's or do your show sheet or slides. Like if you have a big problem, yeah, come to me. But I was really impressed with Rainer because I mean, Audacity is not an easy program to learn if you don't know anything about editing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I told them, I was like, hey, this is the program. Like, if you want to, here's some videos to kind of learn how to use it. But like, if you need help, I'll go to your house, but like, try to figure it out. And he shot me a fully edited episode, like, you know, the next day. I was like, dude, that is so impressive. Like,
That's awesome.
I got to give him major props because
Did you listen to it? Like,
yeah, no, it's really good. I think
Nice.
the way he cut the intro, I think he should have gave it like maybe a third of a second of dead air because it kind of just starts like right when you play it. But
Yeah.
but you know, I am not complaining.
yeah.
PJ, I definitely need you to come on the stream. Danny Lee says you got to
PJ,
get
come on now.
Susan's sister back on Creeps. Yeah, so we had Susan's sister on Creeps, and she was like, it was a crazy show. It was wild. She,
Yeah, man, you should check out that episode.
yeah, I think it's gonna go live in the next few days. But she was saying that she's been like a witch since she was 7, like practicing, and it was like it got really crazy.
That's some of that shit I just can't handle that, dude.
Yeah, and
like
but
when
they're both so nice, like as like people. It's just amazing to hear that.
I
side
went
of
to
them.
school. I went to school in New York, and for college, and there's so much shit over in the East Coast, Northeast, that is just absolutely terrifying with like witches and stuff. And there was times where we there's a whole abandoned college that's up there that you can like get into, and there's still shit there's still stuff inside the rooms and stuff like that. Like it's crazy, man. And so like they have abandoned like psychiatric wards, and it's just ridiculous, dude. That's
God, are we gonna have to get you on Creeps too?
No, it's too scary, man. Like I can't handle it. Like I was the guy where there's a one of my friends, a girl that was terrified, and I was the guy that was like, I'll stay out here with her. Like I'm totally fine to stay right here and not die. I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
Yeah, no, that's usually the kind of guy I am too.
I can't handle it.
Yeah, we just live in a city that just has so many like. It's such an old city that there's just like fucking weird shit that goes on.
Yeah.
And so like it's almost like if you grew up in San Antonio, like you've heard these stories.
Sure,
like,
sure.
Experience some weird shit. So
yeah.
The first episode we had so much fun, dude. Just like trading
BSing
stories.
Yeah.
And then
Dude,
like
that's
the
crazy,
power
man.
went out.
Oh, dude, that was the wildest thing. PJ said he'll hop on for a second.
Yeah,
so
get him
great.
on.
So I guess PJ said that Dean was added to the group. So is PJ an admin of the Rogue
PJ's
One
a
group?
moderator.
What a guy.
Yeah, he's a mod.
What a
yeah.
guy.
We have him in. Yeah, he's on Rogue One 6. I love everything PJ does. So we were the more we can.
Yeah, you guys were
involve
doing
PJ
a show
together.
together the other day. What was it?
So yeah,
Were you
we
on
do.
Sithcast, or was he on
He
your
does
show?
Rogue One 6 with me.
Okay.
So he's kind of the other co-host for that, and then we have a third that kind of just rotates, in and out. So so he's great. He's great, and his all his own content's fantastic too. Like
PJ puts a lot of work into his craft, and it really shows.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I was trying to shoot my hobbying video, and I was like, man, fuck all these guys that can just put together these excellent 4K videos. My shit was all janky. I was like, you know what, fuck it. This is the best I could do in an hour.
I've thought about getting into doing some like review stuff.
Dude,
but
I would be on board with that.
I don't
300%.
I don't know how but it's almost overkill. Like I have a red Gemini for what I shoot stuff for, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't see myself shooting like like reviews of Hot Toys on a red. Like that doesn't make any
Dude, that would be
sense.
amazing.
It would be a what? It'd be cool, but like, damn, that's just overkill, dude.
That's like my middle name. What up,
yeah.
PJ?
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up,
Hey.
PJ?
Can we get a
figured-
it's your boy?
Eat your boy. So
Hey,
I tried to do it earlier. I kind of.
I saw that. Yeah, I
I'm
was
so
just catching you guys before I had to head to bed. But
Oh yeah,
yeah, Dean, you've been approved.
yeah.
Nice.
wow.
Welcome to Rogue One 6 Facebook group.
That's
And
right.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, what the heck is going on? By the way, I watched some of that your other show was that the Creeps Are Us.
Yes.
And I got intrigued by it because I'm a creep, so I figured like let me join that. Let me watch it. And then it wasn't what I expected. It was a scary show.
Oh,
And
no.
watch the one with Susan and
Susan is amazing. Her sister's
sister.
amazing.
But
Pretty much.
it's
No,
a little
sorry, go ahead.
scary, like you're saying
Is it
about like
Susan or who? Susan, somebody
Yes.
else.
Yeah, Susan.
Okay, cool.
yeah, it was pre-scary stuff.
I can't handle that stuff, man.
Yeah, they-
I
Her
can't handle it.
sister had stories that even Susan hadn't heard before, and she was like, "What? Oh, damn."
Yeah,
Yeah.
but California is like one of those places too where it's an old those cities have been there for a long time and there's a lot of
That's
crazy
true.
shit that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever had me on that Creeps Are Us show, I have some pretty scary stories to tell you
Yeah,
guys.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, the Northeast is terrifying.
Dude, there was like a time like when my friends and I got our driver's license, and it's one of those things is that right before you get your driver's license, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go to the mall, and I'm gonna do all these things with the car, right?
Yeah,
And then once you get your driver's license, you're like, you ask your friends like, oh, what do you guys want to do? I don't know. It's one of those things. So we end up coming up with we heard like some ghost stories and some scary stories when we were in high school, and we're like, yo, let's check it out. So this is before Weird New Jersey got big in big in the States. And we were doing all these like scary stuff. Like we would go to like cemeteries. We would go visit like scary roads and stuff. So I got like, I'm telling you guys, like I got like a whole bunch of we even visited like a freaking psychiatric, like abandoned psychiatric
dude,
ward.
that's what I was saying, man. They got
there's
some
one here in
crazy
town.
stuff.
Can I tell you, one of my friends, right? Like it was a whole bunch of us, right? One of my friends like went ahead of us. Like when we got this to the psych ward,
I gotta
didn't
be
rea-
able to sleep, PJ. Is this gonna be
No,
like,
no, it's not scary. No, this is like this is
Okay.
like it's this simple story. Like he went to the psych ward first by himself, and he went inside the building, like
Nah,
all the way in,
You
right?
don't
And
know.
like just waited for us to show up. So back then we didn't have cell phones, so we just got there and we're like, okay, so he's not here. Let's go in. And he waited for all of us to walk in the thing to scare the crap out of us.
damn,
So-
dude. See that I heard stories like my friends actually went to that like abandoned psychiatric wards and stuff, and they would come back and tell me like, yeah, there was still like blood on the gurneys and like pictures of some of these people that were there and stuff. It's like, dude, I can't do it.
It's too
can't do
much.
I know.
Can't do
Kevin
it.
says he's from Worcester, Massachusetts,
Oh
talking
my
about a place where
God.
some crazy crap happens, an insane amount of creepy history.
Absolutely.
Hell
Oh yeah,
dude.
Massachusetts. I wouldn't. Isn't that where the Blair Witch is from?
Yeah.
Northeast, dude.
And the
Oh, F that.
the witch trials. What were they?
Dude, there was
Salem.
a witch
Salem.
Salem, yeah.
where I went to school. There was a witch, like a
Coven?
bar, a bar,
Coven?
basically a coven. It was a bar that you knew that was like a place where like a bunch of witches like went to, and at one point it burned down, and we didn't know what was going on, like weird
And
shit.
the
man.
next day it was back up.
yeah, exactly,
What the-
exactly. From the
Yeah.
ashes.
See, one thing about me is like I love scary stuff, and then when I watch it or
like watch a scary movie or do something stupid, like do like a scary place or something, I'm like scared for like a week straight. Like I'm telling you, like I can't sleep. Like I hear like noises and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Why did I watch Hereditary? And like, you know,
Dude,
by the way, Hereditary is that guy, the director and writer of that movie, is just insane.
Yeah, Manny said it's the scariest movie he's ever seen.
It is the scary. Yeah, it is the scariest movie ever.
You know what movie I can handle? The kind of movie I can handle that's not really scary, but is Cabin in the Woods. Like,
oh yeah,
that's the type of scary movie which isn't really that
Isn't
scary.
that almost a comedy?
It is a comedy.
Yeah, it's a good dark comedy.
It's like scary and then a comedy that takes you out of it. And
Yeah, I
then,
was like, my favorite horror movie is Shaun of the Dead. Like, I don't
I love Shaun of the Dead.
watch horror movies.
Yeah, I love Shaun of the Dead.
Oh,
It's
man.
fantastic.
Danny Lee says Zach almost broke his back turning around. Yeah, episode 2, Manny told us to watch all these YouTube clips of this like lady with this mouth that opened up crazy in a movie. And I had them in the background and I was clicking through tabs trying to look up this other thing I was trying to find. And the YouTube video started playing in my headphones super loud of like this demon woman. And I was like, oh my God. I almost broke my neck. I woke up the next day. I couldn't turn my head. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it was one of those things. I mean, I had a pretty scary moment where, I'll save it for if I'm ever on the show.
You're always welcome.
I'll save some of the good stuff for you guys. But yeah, I like scary movies and stuff like that. But then it's always after the fact, right? Like I watch it and enjoy it. And then when I go home, I'm like, oh God, I can't sleep. What did I do?
Seriously.
Yeah. And like, I remember like one of the moments where I really couldn't sleep was The Ring.
Oh
right?
yeah. The Ring was terrifying to me.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you this real quick story. It's not even scary. It's just funny. So I watched The Ring with my friends and, we didn't know what it was about. So I watched it. The ending was pretty scary. And I was driving home. I called my friend that I watched it with, and I was like, "Hey, dude, I can't effing sleep. I gotta come over and sleep over your house, man, because this is like
seriously.
Yeah, this is because my parents were away. So so I watched it on a Friday, and then the following week, right? I came back home from work. And I was super tired. I went downstairs to my basement. I turned on the TV, was watching some football, and I fell asleep, right? So I woke up, right? It's dark, right? And all the lights are off. And except for the TV was on. And it had like that static screen, right?
Oh, God.
No.
Dude,
nope.
I'm telling you, dude, I almost like pissed and crap my pants at the same time. I don't know how that's possible, but
it's possible.
I was about to. I'm like, dude, I am dead. I am so dead. I'm waiting for what's her name? Samora? What's it?
Don't say. I don't know. I don't want to remember that.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dead. Vertigo.
I still have issues where like if I go to a hotel room or something and like I look over at a TV and I'm like, nah, like this. I don't want this TV to be, on like the fuzz to come on or something. Like that's just terrifying.
Or what's even worse is if you could see a reflection in the TV.
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Because then you're expecting to see someone,
yeah,
someone behind you, like, oh.
So Kevin says Zach keeps looking behind himself. I can hear my kids not wanting to go to bed.
So I see the fuzz and I'm like, oh my goodness. And like for like 5 minutes, I just was frozen in place. Then finally I got the courage to stand up, run and turn on the lights and go into the back of the TV because I'm like, if I see water, I'm definitely screwed.
Oh yeah,
right.
For sure.
I didn't see any water, and I realized that the cable thing to the back of the TV fell because back then you had to screw the cable into the CRT TVs back then.
Yeah.
So that screw fell off a long time ago, and I only have like the wire, right? The wire that you could put it into the hole. So that fell out, and that was my story.
Damn. Yeah, that's terrifying. I can't handle
it. Stupid stuff like that. That scares me.
PJ, are you gonna be on DCX tomorrow?
Not sure, man. I come on pretty late on
You sh-
Friday.
You should, man.
I'll try to come on.
What's
Thor's wanted me to jump on, and I don't know everybody there, so. DCX is they have a DCX open mic. So group therapy or Scavengers Assemble, what it used to be, Scavengers Assemble, was made from this show called DCX open mic.
Yeah.
And it's basically statutes talk. It's the same thing we do, but they talk all statutes.
Wait.
Yeah.
So Steve was a part of DCX, and then he founded Group.
No, he just watched DCX a lot.
Yeah,
Oh.
he drew inspiration from these
Exactly.
open mic, and
I
then
have a question for you, PJ, real quick before you have to leave, or I think maybe Matt as well.
Mm.
You guys had a stream taken down recently. I don't figure out why it happened to us today.
Oh, really?
Did you
Yeah,
say anything
I've
about?
been meaning. Yeah, what the fuck happened?
No, they were being pretty polite. The only thing that I could think of, because it didn't say why in the email, I think yours was the same way. The episode title was "Draw Me Like One of Your French Girls," and I think maybe just like
No, I can't imagine.
French
that's-
girls? I don't know.
no, I can't.
that was
imagine
the only thing I could think of because they were pretty. It was pretty tame from what I heard.
Dude, so apparently it's getting really bad. Do you guys know Angry Joe? He does like video game
Yeah.
reviews.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
One of his videos, I think it got taken down, but it got demonetized because in a segment of his video he said the word frickin'.
What?
And he was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do if I can't even say frickin'? Like
But
my
that
whole
doesn't-
shtick is like I'm angry.
Yeah. That doesn't
Like,
make any.
Yeah, but
How
the
am
weird
I-
thing though is like I think when PJ's video got taken down, I think he was.
I was saying,
I-
I
No,
was saying,
PJ deserved it.
yeah, I deserved it. I was.
But then has
I was-
group therapy ever gotten shut down? Like, you guys
Yes,
ever had a stream?
yes.
What the hell was PJ doing?
PJ
So-
was saying PORN hub or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't
but
even like spell it or even say it. Trust
No,
me.
he he wasn't just saying it one time. He said it like 10 times, and so
Oh, look, he said it and then he's gone. Look at that.
He does that shit all the time.
I'm telling you, man.
He's
PJ
a
said it
magnet.
like 10 times,
God
Yeah.
damn PJ.
and we knew something was going to happen, and all of a sudden, but no, group therapy. I'm not sure. I can't remember why that happened. I think there was one instance where maybe you know how Mark. Have you ever seen Mark Pearson get on his DMX? Have you ever seen that happen? Mark Pearson gets on every now, usually always with the streams, and sometimes either something's going on with his internet or something's going on with his YouTube account. So he gets on his girl's YouTube account, his little girl, and so we started talking about that because we thought it was hilarious, and we think that maybe that could be
Is this a YouTube Kids account?
Yeah, exactly. That it's
Oh,
like
okay.
that we were talking about this account.
I
or
don't know.
something.
They don't- I mean, it was a new person that was on for the first time, so maybe she was using a weird account. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was weird.
Yeah, I think they're getting stricter
Oh.
just because there's a lot of people live streaming.
Yeah.
So it's probably taking up a lot of like maybe bandwidth or something, and they're trying to like if you say something wrong, it might be minor, but they'll just probably take you down if
Just to
you
save
know.
themselves from having to stream it.
yeah.
Probably
So-
right.
Yeah, because if you notice, like if you put a live stream up, it takes like about a day for it to actually post on the channel your channel.
I've noticed
So
that.
pro tip, Matt and PJ, go to your privacy settings, set it to private. Like you can see the video in your live streams.
Yeah.
Like it's there, but it's not posted on your feed. Go to that, change it to private, save it, back out, go back forward, and then put it to public and save it. And it'll
No, no
post-
kidding.
Mm.
That's good to know.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it'll do it on its own, but it's like I said, it takes like 24, 48 hours. But if you miss out on those views like the first 24 hours.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like
You have to
if,
navigate down your page to find it.
yeah, if people can't find it or whatever, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, so just set it
Um,
to private and then save, back out, public, save. PJ, I know you said you have to go in a little bit. Did you want to plug your podcast?
Yeah, I could hang out for maybe like 5 more minutes. Yeah,
Okay, but
my-
sure
my-
before you leave, I want to.
yeah. I'm PJ, the Paradox Nerd. Do a lot of statues and Hot Toys unboxings and reviews. Do some live streams. Just kind of like do reviews and stuff of stuff I like. So
He makes
Which
fun of
is-
Steve.
make
You
fun
know.
of Steve and his ever-growing, never-ending collection. You know,
Poor Steve. He's just an unlucky man. I tell you what.
yeah. I mean, he's
He
got
can't. He can't get a. He's been trying to. He's been getting statues. Obviously, even before I was, but lately he's been getting them, and they just come broken. Like
Yeah,
he
I'm not-
cannot get a
So,
statue to come out in a good way.
I'm not sure if is he asking for pictures before they.
I don't know, man. He's been so unlucky. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
That was Steve that's been
No.
unlucky. You cut out
What's
just a little bit for
what's
me.
that?
Who was the one that's unlucky?
Steve.
Steve.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, Steve's been getting statues. Like I would say the last 4 or 5 that he's gotten have something's been wrong with them.
That sucks.
So
Yeah,
I've always wanted to
yeah.
repair a statue, but I've never had a statue that broke. And then Tuesday, my wife broke my T-Rex statue, broke the top off, and I had to like fix it. And I've watched like a ton of statue repair videos. So I was like, finally get to
So
see it.
Zach, what was this thing I heard? Because I know Toys Wonderland did that repair thing,
Yeah.
and you posted something saying you guys were doing that.
Oh.
What's going on?
Yeah. So with our Patreon, so I fixed that thing for Gare, right?
Yeah,
And backstory: Gare, Sweet Angel, Lavelle Hicks,
Yeah.
his Harley Quinn had a ponytail that broke off,
hmm
and he's like, I don't trust myself with super glue, and a lot of people are saying it couldn't be fixed, and I know that can be fixed one
Yeah.
of 2 ways. And when you
Yeah.
fix things, your goal is to do like the least invasive thing that will fix it,
right.
you know. And so you start with super glue, and then if that doesn't work, you go to pinning, all of which are like not that hard. So he was wanting to buy a new sculpt, and that's kind of an expensive figure, and the sculpt is like $100 to buy it by itself now.
Mhm.
He lives in Texas. It's like, dude, just mail it to me and I'll fix it. I fixed it. Very easy to do. But I see so many people on the groups that are like, hey, I got a piece of like my figure's hair, like the paint rubbed off. I need to buy a new sculpt, or
Yeah, totally.
a little bit of the matte flesh, rubbed
yeah.
off on my sculpt. Can you fix
Yep.
that? Or, this figure's real floppy in the ankles. Like, there's just a lot of fixes that are pretty easy to do for someone like me that has done them and knows how to do them. That someone like that's not that comfortable to do it. It took me 10 seconds to fix Gare's thing. And so for Patreon, for our top tier, which is $15,
Yeah.
within reason, like if you have something that needs to be repaired, just send it to me. Like,
Oh, that's
send
cool.
it beforehand, and we'll fix it. So we had
Yeah, that's cool.
announced that Tuesday, and then Toys Wonderland announced their service. The only thing I can see being an issue with theirs is you have to send it back to Hong Kong. And I mean,
Okay.
I don't know how expensive that is, but they offer more a more detailed service, because they're doing like light fixes and Iron Geek says, seems like people are dipping into every avenue trying to take over to me. Just,
Yeah, seriously.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I mean, for to send something back to Hong Kong, it's probably just going to be a pain, depending on how bad is the break. I don't know.
I will say it's a great service, because I'm not
Yeah.
willing to take apart someone's Hulk Buster
No,
and fix it.
of course.
But if it's like just a little bit of black paint to touch up your hair that chipped and you don't feel comfortable blending it in,
Of
I
course.
feel comfortable doing that. I could do. You won't ever notice it.
Yeah, of course.
Send it to me if you're a patron. Just pay shipping both ways, and
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather send it to you than to Toys Wonderland, just
Yeah,
because it's just. I mean, the price alone, just to ship it out and then have them ship it back to you, is just going to be.
Yeah, and I don't claim to be like the greatest artist ever, but certainly if I get something and I'm like, this is a beyond me, like I'll just cover the shipping back.
How involved is Justin in Toys Wonderland? Do you know? Do you know how involved he is?
I personally don't deal with that guy.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just wondering. Because I know he has something to do with it.
With the repair stuff.
No, Toys Wonderland. I just know.
I know that it's my understanding. I have a general understanding of their arrangement
sure.
from some people that he knows, but that was a while ago, so things could have changed.
Yeah,
but
of course.
essentially, it was. I don't think it was anything free. I think it was just like at cost, rather than because they are providing a service. They're paying someone to stand in line, 2
Absolutely.
times. So I think it was just getting it at cost. But I could be wrong. I mean, I know his channel is pretty big, so I could imagine at some point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be at cost, because I got I had an arrangement also with one of my dealers in Hong Kong, and I mean, great guy, definitely cheaper than Toys Wonderland, but he would usually try to get me like the figures that cost. Like he got me my DX-17, the Darth Maul, at cost.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great
And
service.
yeah, and but I mean, yeah, I mean, I think that he probably get it at cost. I don't think he'll get it for any stuff for free, or maybe he gets it for free to review, and then he has to send it back. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mario says, can stains be fixed? I think it depends on what the stain is. Stains, I don't feel super comfortable fixing because I'm not really like a tapestry like fabric guy. I'm more like with getting
Yeah.
things to fit together or fixing things that aren't fitting together.
Mario, you shouldn't be keeping your figure so close to your bedside.
Yeah, and a big part of that service is this joint fixer that we're releasing, and like a lot of those problems, like hey, this is a loose body or whatever, those can be fixed by me just sending you some of that, and you can just fix all your figures. As
I'm gonna do one right now.
do it right now, Dean. Let's. So what's
'Cause,
going on here?
So this is a Player Arts Kai Barrett, and he's just like a big hunk of plastic. So the ankle joints, they're not loose, but he's so heavy that if you stand him up, he'll eventually just tip over.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stiffen these up a little bit.
While you're doing
Yeah.
that, Kevin says it's kind of on top of the Facebook page sponsored by Pretty Self-Explanatory. Just my opinion. Iron
Okay.
Geek, if you ever want to sponsor our show, you just let me know, buddy. Get you.
You
Yeah,
talk about him all the time.
by the way, in terms of statues, the best substance to use to fix statues is Zap-A-Gap. I
Yeah.
am telling you,
I have not had good luck with Zap-A-Gap personally.
Neither have I.
really?
I've tried
I-
Loctite, Zap-A-Gap.
I just
and
got
Gorilla
some.
Glue gel and Gorilla Glue gel.
Yeah.
For me personally, just for my personal experience,
For statues though, or for other stuff?
mostly for 6 scale. I mean,
Yeah.
CA glue is CA glue. Like I think it's all kind of marketing.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend Zap-A-Gap for 6 scale figures or any figures, just because it actually melts. Like if I were to use it on my statue, right? Like as long as it's a clean break, you can just put a nice little drop, and then you stick it together, and
Yeah.
it will like seriously like not melt it, but like kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Meld.
Chemical
Mo-
weld.
weld it together. I don't know. Like
Meld.
yeah,
It melds
Zap-A-Gap-
together.
it
It's
melts it together. Yeah.
yeah.
You
That's
should try it. I know Matt. I know you had a issue.
I've also had a lot of really good luck with hot glue lately. Hot glue, just for minor things. I used to always think it was a shitty thing to use on things like this, but man, hot glue has saved my ass like 4 times this week.
Yeah.
It's some good stuff.
Yeah, I do. I just got some PJ.
Low temp hot glue though.
I just got some Zap-A-Gap in today actually, and
Have you
I've
had pretty
been
good luck with getting things not broken, or you got it just as
yeah. So here's the difference between Steve. So Steve's been getting the stuff he's been getting is a lot of the stuff is used, which you can get statues used and they're fine, right? They're great, but he just hasn't been having good luck with that, and so I've been getting a lot of stuff and just been fortunate enough to find different deals for things that are people that are like, I never displayed this, or I never opened this thing, right? Like I have a Chuck T coming that has never been opened. So like, so I that's kind of where I try to find things, because I just don't want to deal with people and having to send something back because of, anyway, I just don't want to deal with that. So, but my Boba Fett came, and this is the problem. This is what you don't know. It can still come messed up, right?
Yeah, it could leave pristine and arrive.
Yeah,
in
totally.
20 pieces.
And so this one came from Singapore, and
Oh, wow.
it came, everything was good to go, but except there's one small piece of the cape on the back that I need to glue back on. So it's not a huge deal. So I'm gonna
Pro
use that.
tip: put the glue on a paper plate, get a toothpick, dip it into the glue, and then apply it. Don't ever
Oh,
apply
okay.
it straight.
Don't use it with this.
Yeah, unless there's an applicator. I'm not.
There
the
should
Zap-A-Gap
be.
that I got was just like you just squeezed it out, but
Yeah, you can squeeze it out. It's pretty. It's like it squeezes like a drop.
BJ,
Yeah.
how does this thing work? Can you even see this? Like, do I need to
Yeah,
take
I'll
this
tell
piece
you.
off?
Yeah.
Do I take this piece off here?
Yeah. Take that piece off.
yeah,
Okay.
you break it off.
You break
Or,
it
like,
off,
cut it or whatever.
and then all of a sudden it's, oh shit.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Don't.
Oh my god! Did it just
Yeah, it's starting to. It might. I
like
think it's
Mount
starting.
Vesuvius?
Yeah, I don't want to touch that.
Mount Vesuvius killed hundreds of thousands of people. There.
It was actually 3,000 people, but Iron
Don't
Geek says
pay
for
my
plastic
things.
fixes, use Plastic Weld. You can get it on Amazon or Hobby Lobby. It's my best friend.
Yeah, I think
Sean put up a comment about the community souring on Justin. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to get into it, but it's just I think everyone has different reasons, and I think a lot of people are kind of have their own different reasons, and
people were souring on Justin.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I try to stay. I try to stay away from.
Yeah. Look, I think it's that Justin is. I think he does a great service for the community in putting out all the reviews and stuff that he does. Like you can find pretty much anything you want in the 6-scale community to look at review wise. That said, his reviews are all the same for the most part.
They're just very overtly positive, and for me personally, I just feel like a lot of times for the reason why I've kind of soured on him is there's sometimes major problems that he kind of glosses over, and I just don't feel like I get the most true information about a figure.
But I think I look at his content as like a library of all the stuff that's like Hot Toys basically related and third party figures, to where you can go and see them and see someone like moving them and stuff and see if you like it, right? See if it appeals to you at all. I do think there's other people like PJ and some other people that do a better job of actually an in-depth review.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I don't ever feel like
later.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like doing it to just get through it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and I think part of that comes with the volume. Like if you're doing 10 videos a week or whatever, like sure, you can't spend as much time. And I've never got that feeling with PJ's videos. Like they all feel very like you talk about the good, you talk about the bad, you spend time with the figure. And I just love your setup. I think it's just really clean.
I try to, for me, like I try to, you know what it is too? Like I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when someone puts out a review, anything over 10 minutes, you're like, oh, right? Oh my gosh, I got to fast forward through all that.
I skip a lot,
yeah. And for me, it's like I try to go straight to the point, even though I might maybe miss a couple things, but I really try to get to the hard hitting points. And for me, like I think one of the worst Hot Toys reviews, not worst Hot Toys, one of the reviews that I really bashed on the figure was the Wonder Woman. That one was like I couldn't. Like I was just like, this is bad. But the thing is, like, I can't get everything. Usually, when I pick up a figure, it's usually something I like, right?
Well, and see that this is why I feel like Justin is doing a service for the community, right? He picks up everything, absolutely everything. I don't know why he keeps everything. To be honest, like I don't understand that part of it. But he shoves it all into one, 2 cases. I don't understand why that's going on. But at the same time, there's no other place you can go to really that gets absolutely everything.
Everything, yeah.
And so you can really.
That's why I think he gets everything for free. Why would you keep everything if you were paying for it?
I don't know. It's how would you get everything for free though? Like
I mean, it's hard because those figures are pretty expensive.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't speculate that, but I mean,
yeah. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus either, but
I really.
I wish I could get it free. I'm not knocking it.
Yeah, I love Zach. I love Susan.
Yeah, for sure.
They've been nothing but good to me. So as far as I just don't really fuck with Justin. Like I don't talk to him. I have no professional relationship with him. I have no ill will towards him. I just don't. Really...
I was just wondering because I actually like Toys Wonderland and I actually like what they're doing in for the most part. So I was just curious. But that said, PJ, I've been throwing around the idea of doing like a 1 minute review of something where like you can have a bunch of reviews, but you do them in like just straight up 1 minute. And you tell people this is what it is and that's it. And you hop out.
Shoot it with your red camera.
Oh yeah. Well,
overkill.
Just total overkill.
I should do that. Like
you should do that.
Just like time me. I'm like, all right, I'll come on. Like you and I come on screen and you time me, and you're like, all right, set, go. And then I'm like, oh my god, all right, this articulated. Oh my god, oh god. Let's go.
Just get it.
Yeah, but like, see, here's the thing. I want to know: did Justin ever review The Force Awakens Chewbacca?
That's a good question because if that was a positive review,
If he
no.
gives that thing a positive review, I will lose all respect for him.
Yeah,
Like
that thing,
it's hideous.
that thing is
It's,
crazy.
you know, even with the Deadpool, I think was that the Dusty version? I saw that review. I mean, he was still a little bit. He was pretty positive about it. You know, regardless, even though he gave some bad merits for certain things.
Yeah,
But in the most part, it was a pretty positive review. But dude, if someone hands him a Force Awakens Chewbacca and he says nothing but positive things about the thing, I'm just gonna unsubscribe.
I don't see any Chewbacca's on his channel.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. There isn't any Chewbacca.
that tells you a lot. If he didn't
Someone
get that,
give
that
this
tells you a lot.
guy a Force Awakens Chewbacca, you know, and see what he says about that thing, because that thing is hideous.
Yeah, look at
hey
PJ. Look at Mario's review. This is exactly what you need to do. That's exactly it, dude. That's funny, dude.
Oh,
Let's
dude,
go
that-
away.
Oh, dude, I think I'm about to do that. Like, hey guys, this sucks, dude.
And
this figure good.
Yeah, see the Force. The
But
Force
do it on a
Chewie
live
litmus
stream. It's
test.
like a 4-second live stream. But
Freaking
have all the
His
equipment set
YouTube
up.
channel is just like 5 seconds. 3
It's a
seconds.
5-second YouTube channel.
Ads are longer than the content, and have a mid-break ad too.
Fucking
That'd
mid
be
rolls.
That'd be funny.
That'd be.
TFA3 litmus test. That's funny.
It's like,
An
eat
ad
your boy.
break.
It sucks.
Eat your boy. Don't get it. Ad break.
Ad break.
This episode's
It's like an
sponsored by
eat your
Toys
boy ad
Wonderland.
break, and then after the ad break, it sucks.
That's right. That's right.
And then have like the ending video ad, which is always fucking spicy. Like, fucker, what? I can't click out of this to watch this ad.
That was like that'd be like 5 seconds, or maybe 10 seconds with the ad, like that you'll never get back.
Oh, that's so good.
See, look, yeah, Sean Yahtzee says, "How the Force Awakens Chewie litmus test." I'm telling you, man, just give this guy. This will make or break Justin. Someone get.
It's rough. It's so rough, dude. It's such a rough figure.
It is a rough figure. I'm telling you, man. It's. Psh.
It's
I mean,
so bad.
What would you say? Okay, out of all you guys, which is the worst Hot Toys? I mean, which is the worst figure that Hot Toys ever made?
Well, I mean, can we
I
go
think
back
you can't
into like
compare different eras to each other? I think you should look at them all with amongst themselves. I think TFA Chewie is a really bad figure. I personally think the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett was a little bit of a miss.
Yeah, I
really
actually
liked
sold that
proportions,
figure.
Didn't like the armor. The Scarlet base was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I had the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, and I chose the Sideshow version 2 over it.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
a better figure. I was like, this Hot Toys one's not good.
the problem with the TFA Chewie, like we talked about it on Rogue One 6 at one point.
They added that stupid ass jaw.
It's bad, man. It is.
Why they
it
did
is-
that? They had a
It just looks
perfect
like a
Chewie.
dog that got stung by a bunch of bees.
Yeah,
It's
it's
such a
really
goofy looking fucking.
it's really
thing.
rough. It's really rough. I think when I talk, I'm trying to remember, PJ, when I said it looks like a dog that was in the rain and went down into where Pennywise lives,
Mhm.
and Pennywise had his way with him, and then he came out and he's just changed. He's just not the same.
Yeah, I remember you
not-
saying,
It's just
and
not
I was
the
just like,
same anymore.
I think I was just shocked that because I was trying to follow you throughout your whole.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Okay.
just, you got it to
In
the
the
point where
sewers.
Chewie's changed. He's a
And
changed.
then what?
He's a changed Wookiee.
If the clown does what to the dog? I think I'm misunderstanding it.
No, but every time I look at that thing on someone's shelf, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I
like, this
don't.
thing is-
I honestly don't know how that figure got past
no,
any kind of like
it's bad.
quality test. Like, hey, does this look good to you? No. Go back to the drawing. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, it doesn't look
Yep.
anything like Chewie.
Okay, Eric. So I have to say, some of the Harley Quinn head sculpts are a mess.
Yeah, some of the Harley Quinns aren't very good looking, but
Oh,
But you know, some of that comes down to some of that.
But they're not as bad as the Chewbacca.
No.
No, it's not as bad as
not
Chewbacca.
even close. I
That's
mean,
why
I could've-
someone give Justin the freaking Force Awakens Chewbacca and have him review it.
But if you go back, if you look at like MMS like 10 or whatever it is, I mean, if you go backwards, it's bad, dude.
Oh,
like
yeah. Far
like
enough, yeah.
there's like a Terminator figure that you can hardly tell is a
Yeah, I
human
mean,
being.
like, you know, it is what it is for its time. But I'm talking about like just recent, like within like the past 5 years.
Okay, no, but if you had any number of the Harley Quinn figures on a table and a Chewbacca, and you just ask somebody like,
Yeah.
"Oh, who is that?" I bet like 10 out of 10 would be like, "Oh, that's Margot Robbie."
Yeah.
The same amount of people would look at the Chewbacca like, I don't fucking know
They
what
they
that
would know,
They'd be
they
like,
would know
what's
Chewbacca, but they'd be like, is that
Spaceballs?
Chewbacca?
Oh my
Did
God.
somebody make a dog that has AIDS? Who would collect this?
It's this German Shepherd have? Does he do meth? Does this German Shepherd do meth?
AIDS.
Who breeded a freaking poodle and a freaking German Shepherd together? What the hell's going on here?
Oh my God! Somebody made a dog with parvo? That's unacceptable.
Oh my gosh!
I'm looking at, right now. I'm going through like
I'm going through the checklist right now too.
yeah. I'm
I
like
would say
trying
the
to-
Alien Warrior is pretty bad.
I had that alien. I liked it, but the only thing is the
The original one,
articulation.
auto kit one.
Oh, okay, never mind. I had the second one, and I liked it. It's just that articulation sucked, so I sold it. Yeah, but most of the figures, you know, they're pretty good. The Wonder Woman. I'm sorry, guys. Whoever has the Wonder Woman figure,
I've
that
never
thing
seen
is not does
The
not look
first
like
one or the second one?
all of them.
Oh, I have BVS. I don't hate it.
Oh
There's
no,
definitely-
no, I'm sorry, not the BVS. I'm talking about more like Justice League. You know, like,
Oh,
yeah, the Justice League
yeah.
one.
Her mouth is weird.
Yeah.
Guys, you
think
know what?
the,
You know what Chewie looks like? I was looking up dog breeds. He looks.
You're still on.
You're still looking at.
No, I'm
He's like,
looking.
no,
Yeah,
no, guys, I gotta get one
I-
final roast in.
I can't help it. I was looking at dog breeds, and he looks like a mixture of a Shar Pei and a Bull Terrier. Have you seen a Bull Terrier?
No.
Do you know what a Bull Terrier looks like?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
he looks like, dude. He's got the face of a Bull Terrier, man.
Have you guys ever seen Egyptians' cave drawings of dogs? This Chewbacca looks
From a long
uncanny.
time ago.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
most part, I'm looking through like all the previous releases. I mean, most of them are pretty on point. The Luke Skywalker Force Awakening ones,
I'm telling you, dude.
that one is a little, might be a little off.
He's got the Bull Terrier look, man.
Bull Terrier with AIDS. Google that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You're right though, Dean. I don't know how that got past quality.
Honestly, I can't believe that it made it as far as production.
No, it's unbelievable.
Wait, Matt, what was the Bull Terrier mix?
Oh, a Shar Pei.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not that
Because, like, honestly, the A New Hope version is similar enough. Maybe the color
oh man.
of his fur is a little off, but it looks like Chewbacca.
Yeah. I mean, you mix that and a bull terrier together, and that's put some hair on it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Only way uglier because that's cute still.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
Like I said, see, you know how we're trashing this figure.
Yeah.
If Justin says that is a really good Chewbacca,
I can't imagine.
I will
can't imagine.
click unsubscribe right away and just like never want to see any of his videos ever again.
I watched one of his videos a couple days ago because I was contemplating. Oh, I should ask you, Matt.
Yeah.
I really want Yoda from episode 2.
Oh,
Okay,
get it.
Like ESB Yoda?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have him, don't you?
no, yes, no,
He's
no,
talking
no.
about the prequel Yoda.
Prequel Yoda.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's
Yeah,
the
you have him
best.
up there. Okay.
He's the best. I have ESB Yoda as well, and it doesn't even compare to this guy. Like this guy's fantastic.
Yeah, he's on. I think he's still on pre-order on Sideshow.
I would tell
Um,
anybody to get that. figure.
Boycotting
It's
Dean.
so good.
yo,
Yeah,
guys.
it is.
So I'm looking, dude. I'm scrolling like through so many figures right now, and I mean, all of them are been pretty good figures.
Yeah.
Just that Chewbacca sucks.
It's
Oh, it's
easily
horrible.
the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the
Well,
worst
you know
thing
what's
that Hot
you know
Toys
what's
has ever made.
surprising is they made the A&H version, and it's actually
Really good.
it's actually good. It's actually you can tell it's Chewy, right?
You're right.
So then what happened? Like,
I have
how
no
did it go
idea.
so far downhill from there? Like they can't
They
get
added
Chewy
the
right.
jaw.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay, some of the older figures, like the first Thor, the Avengers Thor,
Yeah, yeah.
looks a little
I
off.
have that Thor. It's not good. I was looking at it like 2 days ago. Like, how the fuck do I have this thing?
Okay, yeah. So now, like, it's been like past 5 years now,
Danny Lee's comments
and
amazing.
and some of them are kind of iffy.
The
Danny
Cowardly Lion.
Danny Lee's comments amazing. He looks like the so true.
It is true. Yo,
It is
someone
true.
kit
It's
ba-
not.
someone kit bashed that Chewie to be the lion from
And
the
then
Wizard of Oz.
didn't they tease a solo Chewie, which was basically the same?
Oh yeah, dude.
had like a-
Chewie?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The solo Chewy looks really rough too. It's got this like massive lip on top that you can't unsee.
Jeez.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, I
man,
don't know how they strayed so far from God's light. Like,
it's so bad.
it's like, how do you get? How do you go from?
Wait, damn! I didn't know Hot Toys made some characters from Blade Trinity.
Yeah,
Did they? I don't know.
Yeah, oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
yeah. They
Yeah.
that from the last, yeah, from that is Blade Trinity the last movie
Yeah, the last one.
with
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah,
Oh, I missed out on the 300 King Leonidas. That's a cool
Mhm.
looking one.
Dude,
So,
I
yeah.
have the Star Ace right here on my desk because I did not get the Hot Toys one. I'm bummed
Okay,
out.
time out. Let me pull this up real quick
But,
before we have to leave our esteemed guests. What the fuck is up with this overbite right here?
that's what I'm saying.
Well, that was just a prototype. So
No,
This
don't
is a
keep
pretty good one though. If you
yeah,
want.
I'd rather take
Like
that
the
one
whole
than the one I got from
You
the Force.
you could at least fix the lip on that, right?
No,
that would
his whole face is like
You
sunken.
fix the whole
It's-
figure at least. Look, he
Awful.
looks like a Crow Magnum. Like his
he,
his
does.
eyebrows are like way
They
too
amputated
far
his mouth.
forward.
He does.
Yeah, I mean, but like, all right, so Disney, it was, they had to talk to Disney to get approval for,
I know, I
for
know.
for the likeness and stuff. Who the hell was working?
Signed off on it.
Yeah, who the hell signed off on that? Like, was he literally blind?
Yeah.
Did he
Go
like?
easy on him. It's his first day. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could easily take the extra jaw from the other one and put it into this one, and you probably would have something that's a little bit better, right? I mean,
I will say, at least they got the color of the fur right. Because the A New Hope one is too dark.
it's pretty dark.
The Force Awakens one is like too blonde.
Yeah, it's like
there's
super
no
blonde.
color.
Yeah.
At least that one has the proper color, but dear God.
I know they must have heard people. They must hear people bitching about this stuff because this never came out. So
Oh yeah,
There was a
Um,
guy that
Yeah.
they're in the stream right now crying.
Yeah,
Holding
so,
their tears back.
there was a
yeah,
guy that put up a post on OSR, and he's like, "I speak for all collectors when I demand that Hot Toys," and I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
yeah,
We've
exactly.
been bitching about Hot Toys for like 2 years. We didn't get any traction.
No one does.
yeah, I was gonna say. So
I'm sorry.
I do own that the Force Awakens Chewbacca just because when I pre-ordered him through like a local collectible store. So when the production final production pictures came out, I was like, oh my gosh, oh no! Like I really hope that it's only on certain figures and not mine.
Nope.
Nope, it was for everybody.
They all have AIDS.
Yeah, and then
Everyone has AIDS.
and then like I remember when I went to go pick up the 2-pack from my collectible store, I was like so bummed out, man. I was like, let me take a look at this thing before I pick it up. And I looked at it, and you can tell the owner was like trying to sell me on it because he really didn't want me to return it.
Yeah,
He was like, oh wow, that looks really good. And he was like, that was he was like, biting his lip or he's
He's
I
like
don't know.
trying to hold back the vomit. Like, no, it looks good. Oh, it looks great, man.
It looks great, man.
It doesn't look like a bull terrier at all.
And I'm
What's
like,
the parvo?
and I was like, you know what? Let me I'll give it a chance. Let me bring it home and play around with it and see what happens. Dude, I've futzed around with that stupid face for about three weeks, dude. 3 weeks.
Awesome sentence.
Dude, I would stop and then come back the next day and try to play around with it more. And there was nothing I could do to make that thing look good.
Dude, did you
We're all in agreement here.
there is a mod though, right? You
Oh
can,
yeah,
like-
there's a mod. There was a guy in Sideshow Freaks.
Yoast has
forum.
done it, but you have to basically take everything off of
Off.
like basically it's like Nicolas Cage face off to get this thing.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, you have to take the
Yeah.
face off. You got to do some sanding.
Oh my god.
It's a whole. And I was thinking about doing it and then doing a video on it so that
You might as well. Like, who gives a shit anymore? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then turn around and sell
who's
it for
gonna
a
buy
bunch
it
of
from
money.
you? Like,
Yeah,
who's gonna buy the damn thing like it is?
Yeah, and I was gonna seriously.
Yeah, you could take a
I-
hammer to it and improve the value.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, probably. I was gonna say is like, man, what happens if I? That's why I kept it for all these years, because if I sold it, I'd probably sell it for like $300 because basically you're just selling for the Han, and the accessories.
Dude, just set it on fire and then sell it because
Yeah,
it probably would do better.
battle
that way.
damage Chewie.
Yeah, see
Chewie to
how?
walk through fire.
Yeah, I would love to see Justin's review. Can you imagine? He's like, this Chewie looks so.
This Chewie, it's good.
Well, I recommend this Chewie to you guys. Like, oh,
Oh,
man.
my gosh, I love it.
Hot Toys just knocked this Chewbacca out of the park.
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
Oh, by the way, Matt, are you getting the Solo?
I'm going to eventually. Yeah, it's such a
Dude.
good looking figure.
That figure is fucking gorgeous. I don't even want that figure, but I want that figure. Does that
know.
make sense?
It's really nice.
Are you gonna get the deluxe or the regular?
I'm gonna
That's
get
right.
the. I'm probably just gonna get the regular. I don't think I need that fur, that Chewbacca fur jacket. I don't, you know the TFA Chewie that he skinned to wear. Around.
Yeah,
I don't need that. So, I think
that
I
would
think-
make a better Chewbacca on the show.
I'm telling you,
Is this
Yeah.
just a jacket on a hanger? No, it's Chewbacca.
it's Chewbacca.
I only had the Force Awakens version. So this is the
PJ,
step
are you gonna? You're not gonna display him with the fur coat, right? Are you just gonna do the normal?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Does it come with a separate belt
It
to
comes
go
with
over
like
the fur?
That's a good question.
Because I feel like you would stretch out his regular belt.
That is a good question. Oh God.
You know the
Dude,
TFA
the
Chewie is
Force
bad,
is-
and you got motherfuckers customizing this figure and it looked better.
It does kind of look better.
That
That
figure
looks like-
looks better off the out of the box.
Dude, that looks like Planet of the Apes that meets Chewbacca.
At
That's
least it
crazy.
looks like an ape.
Get your hands
I'm
off me,
telling
you
you, the
damn
freaking-
dirty Wookiee.
the freaking Chewbacca's from the freaking holiday specials look.
Seriously. Oh my God.
Why does he look so happy? Mark has never been in that good of a mood ever. Well, he's like, at least I'm not the Force Awakens. Absolutely. Oh,
At least
holy
I'm not
shit.
TFA Chewie.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good repaint, but
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
there's some
God.
rough toys out there for sure. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to say. It's
I think
Yeah.
we're all in agreement that that's the worst figure.
it's probably
Who asked the question? Because we figured it out.
I think PJ did. PJ, your review of the Mud Trooper made me really excited to get that figure.
Oh, dude, do you know that's
Oh, you
sold
got
out?
it already?
Dude, I want to get a second Mud Trooper, right? Just because it's
it looks so good.
dude.
So listen to this, PJ. I bought it through that Hong Kong seller through I think one of them. I can't remember which one, but it's stuck in Hong Kong forever. So who knows when I'll get it? But
Did you ship it EMS? Because it takes
Yeah,
forever.
but that's I just didn't want to. I wanted to get one first, and I figured it would at least come before Sideshow gets it. But who knows now? So I'm just gonna wait, and then I also have it on on order through Big Bad Toy Store, and I was gonna cancel it, but then I saw everyone going nuts for it.
No, don't cancel it.
And
If
I'm
you
just like-
want, sell me your pre-order. I'll
I was
buy
just like, man, I'll just keep the damn thing, and maybe even keep it in the box. Like this thing's gonna go,
skyrocket.
yeah, it's gonna go through the roof.
I get the same vibes I got from
Short Trooper.
the Short Trooper.
yeah, exactly.
I just remember when that figure was coming out, I was like, "There's something about this figure. Like, I think this is gonna be real hot." And so,
Mhm.
I actually didn't pre-order it like a fucking moron. And then luckily, a local comic book store had it at retail, so I
Oh, wow,
bought it.
that's good.
And yeah, this one, and I want to say the Patrol Trooper from the same movie. I kind of got like,
Yeah.
okay, I think these are gonna be, and sure enough, I mean, I don't think the Patrol Trooper is as hot yet,
No, not yet, not yet.
but I
But,
think
like-
this one off the bat is just gonna be like
Yeah,
untouchable.
it's
Short Trooper and K2SO are like going through the roof right now. It's crazy.
yeah.
So's Anakin for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Well,
Is Darkseid Anakin going?
dark
doing it?
side, yeah, dark
Is
side.
it?
Dude, the regular Anakin was on eBay with like 30 bids with like 6 days to go, and it was like over $500. I was
It's
like,
ridiculous. It took me like 3
what?
weeks to sell mine at 180. Like 2 months.
What you sold yours for? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
See, I knew.
Yeah, dude.
With our
Uh,
Tashi and
Our
our
buddy Rainer had the dark side one and couldn't get rid of it. Nobody wanted
like
that thing.
170 shipped.
Yeah, that's one thing about.
Is that because of Clone Wars?
Well, yeah, Clone Wars, Star
I
Wars.
guess.
That's why, like, for me, it's like,
Hmm.
I don't know. One thing about Star Wars is that it just goes up in price once it sells out.
Yeah, sure.
Well, not so much for the Force Awakens Chew, but
Well, not yet.
I
that
don't
one,
even think I've ever seen one for sale.
That's
Not
because
yet.
anytime anyone posts it, people roast the fuck out of it.
Now that we've talked about it, it's
They
gonna go
just
through.
delete their post like, okay.
Any Lisa
there was
Beth
one guy that
after
was about to post up his Chewbacca, and then he heard
ever.
it.
Sean says this has been fire. Iron Geek says I must agree. My wife keeps yelling at me to stop laughing, so Archie wants me to go to the man cave. Elvis is here, and
Elvis.
what's up, Elvis?
Yeah,
It's been a good one. It's been a good.
but
fucking
it's one of those things. It's just weird how things work out, man. It's like one thing about Hot Toys collectors and in general is that people don't want it if it's in stock. If it's sitting there, they're gonna be like,
second it sells out. TLJ Kylo, they couldn't get rid of that fucking thing for 25 off and free shipping. And you got
For
motherfuckers
years.
selling it for, like, 350 for years. Yeah.
I know.
I
I just sold mine for like 3 something. I can't remember what it went for.
yeah. Thanks for giving us first dibs on that. I appreciate
Dude,
it.
Dude, you know,
I tried to get you guys. I hit you up one day too late.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because Manny had gotten one from. I feel bad. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
One of our listeners had it from a local comic store.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah,
hit
what
up,
an
I hit up
angel.
Brian. I hit up Brian because I knew he was looking for one at some point.
Did he
and
find
then-
one?
I think either I think so or he's not trying to find it anymore. And then I hit up you guys because I know you guys were
Scott
looking for it.
Bradley. Sorry about that, Scott.
And then but it wasn't easy to get rid of. People were
dude, you know which figure I didn't start looking for until it was sold out, and now I like shooting myself in the foot.
What's
Is
that?
Tarkin.
oh Tarkin's
Tarkin. Yeah,
Because
that's
all Star Wars figures are A New Hope. And
Krennic is gonna be the same way, guys. I'm telling you.
see, I don't like Krennic enough to even care.
Oh,
Like, even if that figure, if you told me right now that figure is going to be worth $1,000 in a year, I still wouldn't go buy it. Like, I just don't like Krennic enough to even want to own it.
yeah, I hear you.
But Tarkin, oh my god, like, I mean, he's so fucking iconic. You know what I mean?
He's so good. And the figure looks exactly like him. Like it's scary how good it looks. It's
Yeah. yeah.
Damn it.
And it works with the Rogue One figures and it works with A&H figure. Like it's so good with both. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm like super bummed I didn't get it. In fact, I had a friend that was like, I'll sell you the Tarkin Vader 2-pack. And I was like, well, I have a Vader, so I'll probably just pass. I should have just fucking bought it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
And I was gonna say, I think the fact that the Clone Wars came back, I think that helped Anakin's stock go up.
Mhm.
Also, the rumor of Hayden Christensen coming back to Oh, this is one thing I forgot to talk about, Matt, on Sitcast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was Hayden Christensen was rumored to come back for Obi-Wan's show.
that's right.
Yeah, we talked about this. When was our show? Was that 2 days ago?
Which totally makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I think.
And that helped the stock of Anakin and Darkseid
Yeah.
Anakin go up.
Yeah, because Manny was like, "Oh, but they'll just make a figure for that show," which is possible. But I mean, the show's not even out, so it's another year or two after the show comes out. So
yeah,
Well,
3 or 4 years from now,
And
like,
especially Darkseid Anakin, though, it's like you're not gonna get another Darkseid Anakin.
yeah.
They're not. I just don't see them making that. You know, and so it's a very unique figure. I think for that reason,
Mhm.
and it, you know, it. I think you're right. We could definitely see. We could definitely see some stuff from the Obi-Wan show, but isn't it? I mean, at that point, isn't it? I mean, I forget the timeline. When is that show in the timeline?
it'll be right after episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's Vader, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, plus
So-
even
But
if they
apparently,
do-
he's gonna like haunt Obi-Wan, like in his
oh,
head.
interesting.
yeah,
The
but
rumor is, I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
I have a feeling it'll be like
With sand.
it'll be like a flashback. You know, those flashback scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And it would probably be Anakin with his Clone Wars outfit. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Not,
And he's on the sand, and he's like saying he doesn't like sand, and that's like
Yeah.
the whole hunting.
well, that's how he haunts Obi-Wan. Is that
Yeah.
he appears in on sand with just nothing but a slave Leia outfit, and
Yeah, sand in his-
the only thing he's saying is
Sand where the twin suns don't shine. Just like I really fucking hate sand, guys.
I hate
And
sand.
he's just like,
TJ, how did you get your custom photo on your screen with the camera? I've been like trying to figure this out while we're doing the show.
before you hop in, you could change your.
Oh, I didn't. I literally did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
I learn something new every day.
Yeah, and
that-
if you're not audio, it puts up the thing.
Yeah, and this is my Kylo Ren cosplay
Oh
outfit
yeah.
while I'm drinking a IPA.
oh yeah.
Was this at New York Comic Con or Celebration?
No, this is when went to watch The Force Awakens.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, that's right.
Nice.
Yeah, it was crazy because it was like a lot of people. It was a nice opening, man, and I was actually in the news. I have a newspaper clipping. You know, my parents saved. How nice of them.
So,
You know, along with my bowling trophies.
What a magical time, man. The last time the Star Wars community enjoyed an opening to a movie.
Yeah, seriously. After that, there was no more openings.
after that, they were all like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
like, why
weird.
bother?
I liked, that's why I to this day I love The Force Awakens. I watched that movie like
I
four
like it a
times.
lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it had so much promise, and but yeah, like that was me in The Force Awakens opening. So
And PJ, you're coming on Shelter in Space this time around, right?
yeah, we're gonna convince you to get Rancor, man. By the end of that.
We're gonna watch Return of the Jedi. So
Dude,
that should be fun.
it's the Rancor. The only thing missing is those Rancor trainers.
So big.
Yeah, the thickness. Oof. I
Oh,
gotta-
Oh, if Hot Toys makes a Rancor trainer,
What's his name again?
Malakili.
Yeah, Malakili.
What the hell kind of name is that?
That guy's awesome. That guy is so freaking
Isn't
awesome.
that the code word they use in Game of Thrones for the assassins?
Malakili?
Oh my gosh.
What is it? Marlo?
I mean,
I forget what it is.
I'm just
It
gonna
sounds
share it.
similar.
Can I put this up? I mean, look at the. I'm just telling you guys.
thickness.
Look at the outfit, man.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's like they were way.
Give me the
way-
rooted hair for the chest.
Oh
like-
my gosh.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
dude. It would be what a
Damn, boy.
what a
he's
great
thick.
Chunk.
That's a thick ass boy.
what a great
That's what I'm gonna
San Diego-
cosplay as next year.
what's it called, the San Diego exclusives? What are they called?
Wait, waste the money?
Toy Fair exclusive.
Yeah, Toy Fair exclusives. That'd be a fantastic one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dean, real quick, how was your experience using the joint fixer?
Pretty good, man. It just kind of finds its way into the joints.
Is it
And-
dry yet?
Um,
So it doesn't glue it up. It just kind of
No, it's
stiffens
just
it?
acrylic. It just fills in the gaps and
Oh, interesting.
yeah, it takes about
This
4
one
hours.
is. This one's still a little.
Okay,
could
yeah, let
probably
it dry
go
a little
on.
bit longer.
Yeah.
Make sure you work it in the joint too.
Guys,
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think I should review that the Force Awakens Chewbacca?
Yes, dude.
Yes,
Dude,
yes, hell yeah.
please.
Please.
We-
Dude,
can
make
do
it
that
like an hour long. I'm
We can do
talking
that
like
on
Oh
Rogue
my god!
red letter
dude, that-
media style review of that figure.
look at this hair, so coarse.
Oh my
You
god.
have to do it very tongue in cheek, like
This
just be
figure
overtly
is the worst thing I've seen since episode 1. And I have a dead hooker in my basement. You guys know what I'm talking about? Red letter media?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
They're like, the reviews are longer than the goddamn movies.
That's fantastic.
Oh my god.
Dude, that would-
1,000 Australian dollars for a shore trooper. That's insane.
Yeah, what is that? What does that come out to US? Like, is that like
$100.
600?
No,
700?
that's got to be closer to 1,000. I think-
645.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
not terrible.
That bullshit.
That's still way too much, but
Guys, I'm gonna make the Force Awakens Chewbacca review like into 2 parts, 2 videos.
Hell yeah.
dude, please.
Deserved it. And just do the lower half for the first part and like
Dude,
the upper half for the
If you're
second.
getting a ton of yes, please do it 100%.
Hot Toys The Force Awakens Chewbacca review, episode
Part
1.
one.
Hot
Yeah.
Toys review Hot Toys.
It'll be a trilogy. I should do a
The
trilogy.
Parvo Rises.
Dude, that
Oh.
would be insane.
That is no seriously though. That is the worst thing that Hot Toys has ever made in the past like
yeah.
Yeah.
6-7 years. Man.
Oh yeah, no, I think we're all in agreement. I think even the chat is just like,
Oh yeah, you know Howard's embarrassed of that figure. Has to be.
I don't. For someone who loves, and I have no doubt that this man adores Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, a huge part of his life has been dedicated to recreating it meticulously. I can't imagine he sees that figure and is like, "Yeah, that was the right thing to do."
Yeah, I meant to do that.
No, I think he was.
Like,
he was
there's no way.
I
There's
think he
no-
was. I think he might have been on vacation
Shit, that
during
was
that.
funny, man.
Iron Geek says, I'm going to head to bed. Need to get up early to get to work on some cyborgs and add the finishing touches to the Manta Noir prototype. It was been a good.
Oh, yeah,
Nice,
dude.
dude.
I think we're going to kick
Oh,
this
nice.
off here soon. PJ, Matt, give yourself some shout outs for your channels.
Yeah. No, we appreciate you guys. I'm glad I was able to hop on and talk with you guys. It's been a minute. So Rogue 16 channel, check it out. We got a Facebook group and all that stuff. So we're always big fans of what you guys do over here. So not too much else.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy. PJ, what about you?
Yeah, I'm again PJ the Paradox Nerd. I do some Hot Toys unboxings, reviews, along with some statues and other cool things, mostly Star Wars and X-Men stuff. Also, I always love to hop on the Rogue 16 channel and make fun of Steve and join Matt for some Star Wars talk and makes fun of some of the Force Awakens Chewbacca on that channel too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Big shout out to I think Griffin was going to try to come on today, but he had some homework to finish out tonight. So big shout out to Gungan Dungeon. He
Yeah,
was on-
Gungan, he's a cool guy.
I was not
Awesome guy.
prepared to laugh this much today.
yeah.
Me neither.
Big shout out to Six Scale Scavengers, Brian, Chris, TC, really good
How the
guys.
hell did that come up?
Yep.
Really cool guys. They run a really good show. Big shout out to the guy that made the TFA Chewy. What a guy.
Yeah, what a
We need to
guy.
have him on the show. Shout out to all
Dude,
of
we
our
should
He's
just-
blind. He's blind.
Wait,
so
the
he can't-
doesn't the box have like the credits of everyone who worked on that figure?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Just
I'm gonna
fucking
look.
roast someone.
Oh,
like
man.
you can have him on, but he is blind, so he's not going to be really.
Yeah, big shout out to all of our patrons. We're gonna keep this stream up until the morning, then we'll take it down, put it on Patreon. We got our products ready to go, so we'll be sending these out probably on Saturday. Big shout out to all you guys that help keep the show going.
What's the product again?
Oh, so pretty much in the hobby, like I collect figure arts, Transformers, Hot Toys. Loose joints are awful. You can try super glue, you can try nail polish. Those all have their ups and downs, but we have a product. It's the Joy of Hobbying Joint Tightener. It's for our Patreon. It comes in a glass bottle, and we give you an ounce of it, and you can put it in your figure joints. I put up a video on our channel today that shows you how to use it. And I worked on like 4 or 5 figures in the video, and after a few hours, they were all pretty much.
Dude, there's like
better.
no smell from this.
No,
Oh,
it's very.
I was expecting maybe like a light odor.
That's really cool, guys.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
smell.
I love lamp. Anyways, guys, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Matt.
And I'm PJ, the Force Awakens Chewbacca lover.
We'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.
See you guys.
Peace out, guys.